Hey there, CPO here. This is going to be a really quick video just to go over the zip tie landing gear that I'm using on my Tricopter build. Definitely not the first person to do this, and certainly won't be the last. I thought it was a really cool method. I've seen a couple of Tricopters with this style landing gear, but I'll admit I haven't actually looked to see how they've done them, but it seems like a pretty easy concept, so I'm just kind of going with what makes sense for me, and I'm sure it's probably pretty close to what other people have done. So the first thing I did is just cut 3 strips of this gargantuan zip tie. I forget exactly what size these are, but I got them at Walmart. Just look for gigantic zip ties in the hardware section. And I cut them to about 355 millimeters, which seemed to be a good size because they're going to compress a little bit too once you get them on. And then I'm using these other larger zip ties, larger than the ones I put on the motor, but obviously smaller than the ones I'm using for the landing gear. And then I'm just overlapping them and then using 2 of these zip ties to tie them to the boom. So it's pretty simple and pretty effective. I think I'm using about a 30 millimeter overlap, and I'm folding them so that the grooved side of the zip tie is on the inside, and then I'm just marking off 30 millimeters so that each of the 3 zip ties is overlapped about the same. And you know, just overlap them and then fastening them with 2 zip ties onto the boom. I did find that putting the zip ties on the boom first loosely was a lot easier to get everything lined up. And I'm just putting them as far back on the boom as I can get. So this is the tail boom, so the servo is in the way of getting all the way back to the motor. So I'm just putting it in front of the servo, getting the overlap, and then cinching it down. For the front 2 arms, I'm putting the zip tie so that the very edge of the loop is all the way back towards the rear edge of the motor. And get the last one cinched down, and we're good to go. So what I like about this landing gear is it provides you know, the necessary function of a platform to land on, but it's also little shock absorbers, and you can see how I drop it onto the hard concrete, and it just sort of kind of bounces in place. They start out round, but eventually they'll settle down into sort of an oval shape as they get used to having the weight on them. But that's it. I told you it was going to be a quick one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.